Hey, what's up, family? Today, you're going to join me as we mulch blow the backyard for the first time. So, let's begin. So, fall is here, and typically we like to mulch our backyard at least twice a year. In the previous years, we have been doing it via wheelbarrow. This time, we decided to upgrade our lives and do it using a mulch blowing truck that is owned by my little brother. So, that's what you're going to watch us do. This is going to be a pretty cool experience because he's not only going to do it, but he's going to let me try it out myself. Because, I'm the type of person that when I see something pretty cool like this, I want to get my hands dirty as well, if I can and if it's safe. This is pretty safe, so he decided to go ahead and let me give it a go. Plus, I'm the big sister anyway, so if he wouldn't have, I'd probably beat him up. So once it was my time to shine, I can tell you guys that this hose is a little heavier than I expected, but at the same time, it's just like crazy cool. As you can see, I'm blowing wood chips everywhere and it's coming out like rapid fire. But in the end, I could see this taking something, I would say about an hour and a half. I don't know, we'll see. But it moves pretty quickly.
That's it. That's all we paid for.
We got a clog.
To be continued. We got a clog in the pipe here, and we got to wear these special gloves. I didn't know why until I put my hands from the wood chips. But it's really meant to guide the wood chips so it won't go flying everywhere. Definitely a dusty job, but so worth it.
So after playfully chastising my brother, we got everything up and rolling. By the way, he paid no attention to me. He just went and fixed it and came back. But we got it back up and rolling and it was back to business. Now, one of the things that made the hoses so heavy is that since our backyard is very narrow and long, you have to connect them one by one. And having all those hoses connected at once can cause a lot of weight, especially when you are pulling them uphill. Down the initial coat because we are realizing how big this backyard is. So I only asked for like 10-11 yards, and yeah, it's not even covering half the yard. It's putting a nice beginner's coat on it. So that's what we're putting down this time, just laying it down so it could be easier to walk because the soil is real soft under here. But next year we're probably going to need a whole truckload, so to be continued. Well, family, there you have it. An hour and a half later, and we managed to get the initial coat or layer down. Outside of putting it on the garden, we also put it around a lot of the walkways because during this past spring and summer, St. Louis has had a tremendous amount of rain, and what we learned from that was that from us being on a hill, a lot of that water would flow down and just gather up on our patio along with mud and leaves and whatever else could come down. So we decided to get back on track and reapply the mulch to see if it prevents the rain from really piling up like it did. So we'll give it a shot.
This is crazy. Well, we used everything we had, you guys. We're standing here with my brother Mike, owner of True Cut Landscaping. He is going to show us how this massive machine works. We just opened up the back. So Mike, tell us how it goes.
So basically it's like a big dump truck. And what happens is there's a belt right here that has these flaps, and it moves the mulch from the middle towards the back. And then as you see on the doors, there's augers that will move it downward to this little pocket right here. And then from here, it drops. And there's an air blower that blows the air and mixes the mulch in the air underneath here. And then that's how it shoots it out.
And then it comes out here, that little hose.
Yep.
And it follows us all the way up to the yard, you guys. This is amazing. It's pretty dope. For those that stay in St. Louis, you need some wood chipping done, this is who you call. Shout out to my little brother. I'm so proud of him, everybody. Oh my God. All right, family, we are done. It took us about an hour and a half, 2 hours to get everything taken off, plugged up, started, moved, ended, taken apart, and put it back on the truck. So you can't beat that, considering before it took us about a week to do all this. So some of the things I learned this go around is that, one, the benefit is it's a very easy thing to do. Once you get everything set up, it's not as hard to get everything going. It's just getting everything set up, which is pretty much connecting the hoses. Once you connect the hoses, we're good to go. What we learned from this is we're going to continue our pattern from the previous years. We're going to get cardboard and put it down first. As you can see, it turned out pretty well. That's awesome. But I wonder how it's gonna look next year when we actually put down cardboard instead of just doing it over cut grass. Because the season is about to end, we're not really worried about the aesthetics. We just wanted to put it down to test out this new process and to, see how much mulch we needed. In this case, which would be another lesson learned, I thought it was going to take about 10, 11 yards. Turns out we have a really big backyard. It may not look like it, but it's huge. And it's straight and a little narrow. So next time it's going to take us about 30 yards to complete both the pollinator side and also the tree side. So outside of that, you guys, it was a great experience. Shout out to Mike, my little brother again. It was awesome. He came through. He actually, between him and Ron, they recommended getting wood chips out here, and it was well worth it. So I appreciate you guys and love you guys. So that was the yard for the day. If you have not already and you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that like button. I'm about to go in this house and clean up and rest, because it was a lot of work done in about 2 hours. Have an awesome day and stay super-tastic.